We have arrived in Kyoto, Japan, a city where tradition collides with the modern world. In this video, we'll be visiting some of the most historic landmarks, checking out some very unique cafes, and indulging in some of the best street food we've ever eaten, and maybe even getting in touch with our inner nerd. But on our first night, we decided to explore the city by foot, which led us to a bar on the famous Pontocho Alley that we'd never expected to see in Japan. This may or may not be a Mexican themed bar.
Is this where we belong? Well, they have tequila.
Well, let's go do a shot then.
I like the vibes in here. Yeah, it was like it made me feel at home.
Just had margaritas at East Point Nuestra Casa in Pontocho Alley, and it was fun. The margaritas, it was like 1,500 yen, which is about like under $10 right now with the exchange rate. Not the best, still good, but the vibes, as Casey said, in the bar were immaculate. And it's nice to have like a little taste of home when you're so far away on the other side of the world. I think it was kind of Chicano, Cali themed more so than like Tejano, Mexican, Texas themed, you know. It's weird how those two are so different, but so similar, yeah. Earlier, there was like this little park right here in Pontocho Alley, and we saw other people on it, and I didn't know if we can go in it, but nobody's in it now, so now I want to go in it. And I was telling Casey, I didn't want to come in here because I've seen Erased. So if you've seen the anime Erased, you know what I'm talking about. This is stone.
Hold my phone so I don't scratch it. My Texas came out there. Hold my phone so I don't scratch it. Do you crawl or do you walk? Oh! Okay, ready? Ah! Oh, you go fast. That was fun. The kids here are built tough, sliding down rocks. But I guess we did used to have that metal slide that would like heat up in the summer and you'd burn yourself. Remember that? The metal slide? There's also vending machines literally everywhere you go, which is really cool.
Also, this right here, hot. I mean, I know it says hot, but it's a can and it actually is freaking hot. And I tried to grab one at the 7-Eleven earlier and I burned my hand too, just while we're on the topic of burning hands. It
is really cool though that the vending machines have hot and cold options. That's like so cool. So you can kind of decide what you want. And how does that even happen? Is there a heater in one side? Ooh, strawberry water. Should I get one? A strawberry water? That sounds fun. I've been drinking this water and it's pretty good. I mean, it's just water, but it tastes good. How do I count the money? 500.
Casey, like numbers are still the same.
I can't even do numbers normally.
This is still normal. You still just have to do basic
I can't do
math.
Basic math anyway. We've been over this. That's my toxic trait. I can read 100 books a year, but I cannot count.
Look, it does the math for you.
Okay, well, you know, strawberry water. I wonder if it's sweetened or if it's just sparkling water. Oh my gosh. It tastes like a strawberry soda, but not carbonated, really. It's very sweet. You could tell this is sweetened. This isn't like a normal sparkling water. Mexican food.
Look behind you. Neon.
Tacos. Okay, we already had a margarita here. I don't think we can do tacos. I think that's too far. We have to draw a line somewhere. This is the line. I literally hear EDM music and I'm following it. This is not a good, don't do this. This is not smart. He's beatboxing. That's what the EDM is. You cannot wander like this in Austin, Texas downtown. Like that would not be safe. Don't wander like this in Austin, Texas downtown. You used to be able to a couple years ago. And when I say a couple, I mean like maybe 20 years ago. Gachapon. This is our first time in a gachapon. Did you see that?
I saw that. On a keychain too?
It's portable.
This is like X-rated.
What else do they have? One Piece? Chips? Should I do Oshinoko? Let's get out the coin purse. It's that girl. I forgot her name.
Is that the love interest? I forgot her name too. The one who got mad at Aqua.
Aqua.
Got mad at Aqua.
She was the child star.
Okay, so we just got to Fushimi Inari Shrine, and we messed up a couple times along the way. We got off at the wrong train station. We got here a little bit later than is recommended. We'll see how it looks like when we get to like the actual steps where we have all the shrines. But I'm pretty excited. We've been seeing videos of this place for so long, for years. And it looks so pretty, and I want to see it. And we're here.
So we're about to head where they have all of the gates. You've probably seen it before. They have, I think, like 1,000 of the gates. So we're gonna try to figure it out where it is and head over there. It's really busy here, so I agree with the sentiment. Get here earlier if you want to avoid the crowds. But even though it's busy, it's still not that bad. It's not like we can't go anywhere or anything, but we'll see how it is when we get up to the gates. Here we are. My goodness. It is so crazy to see it in person. Apparently, if you walk up farther into it, there's less tourists, so we might just try to walk a little bit and see if we can find an area to take pictures without a bunch of people in them.
So I wonder how far you actually have to go up to like have nobody here.
Just look at how beautiful it is. It makes it really easy to ignore the crowds, honestly, because you kind of just forget about it and you just get immersed in where you are. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we finally found a spot that was chill, calm. It did have people coming back and forth, but it's so less frequent than it is way down at the bottom. Go to the top because you'll have this opportunity. Look over here. Nobody over here. But I'll say that it seems like not a lot of people do go to the top. A lot of people seem to kind of like fall off at like there's checkpoints along the way where they have like little shops and other little parts of the shrines. Okay, we're finally heading back down. We were up there for a while just because we were waiting to get, oh my God. I think we both almost just fell. I got to recreate one of my all-time favorite movie scenes. It looked really cringe when I did it, but it looked really cool in the movie.
Look at this, Mr. Mime. Pretty sure this is like $70, which is crazy. But I kind of dig it, but I'm not gonna buy it. It's like Mr. Mime, but like Flat Stanley. I mean, and this is a plushie one. You don't have the plushie one. I made Casey buy one in America at Target. That's like kind of just like a stuffed animal, but this is like plush. This would fit your book room better than the other Gengar. And then that Gengar could become my personal Gengar.
We're not taking that back.
We could take this back, but we could use this on the plane. It'd be so comfortable to use as a pillow. One day when me and Casey have a kid, I want to do it. It's cliche, but I want to line up the 3 original starters and see which one that child goes to, so I know whether I need to disown that child. Because it's Charmander above all. Look at this. This is a Porygon iPhone case, but it's only for iPhones 8, 7, 6S, and 6. But I honestly may have bought this, if not for that one problem. This is a screen protector for iPhone, but when you turn it off, you can see Gengar. That is so cool.
Look at this little hairband. I might get it, just because it's cute. These are earrings. Oh, I should get earrings. I feel like I should get the small. I don't really know a lot of the new gens, but Anthony was playing Pokemon Go one day and he caught a Smoliv. And I was like, what is that? And he was like, Smoliv. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard. So now I've been obsessed with Smoliv ever since then.
Got some Pokemon on keychains over here. Found me a Ghastly. I feel like I want to get a sticker too. How much are they? I literally got all three. Haunter, Gengar, and Ghastly. Ghastly. This is literally just like a Haunter, Ghastly, Gengar trip.
So we're here at Nishiki Market. This is a street that has a ton of different street foods and restaurants, basically a lot of stuff to eat. This is where we're getting dinner tonight. So we're probably gonna sample a ton of stuff and walk around and see what there is. Okay, so we got squid and a little octopus. I always said like I wouldn't eat an octopus because they're smart, but pretty good. He also fire roasted them right in front of us, and you can tell they have like the smoky flavor. Oh, that's good. It's like buttery and like almost creamy on the inside. I like this one more than the octopus.
Okay, I feel like I want to bite the head. That sounds weird. Oh my goodness. The brain part, I guess, or I don't know if they stuff it or that's the actual brains. It tastes like a hard-boiled egg going in for the squid. I just bit the stick. Octopus is better to me. That's so weird how that works.
It is like the yolk of a hard-boiled egg. I feel like that's literally egg. I feel like it's just a hard-boiled egg. We're having a seafood day because we see food and we're eating it. Cringe. So we just ordered a shrimp tempura and they're frying it now, fresh. And then we're gonna try it.
This place is kind of like almost like a food court, but only like a few stalls. It's actually really, really cool.
All right, here we go. Ooh, hot. It was so hot it burned the plate. Oh my goodness. Good. You can tell it's like fresh and it's juicy. And then it's so light and crispy and buttery. Very good. 1 out of 5. 5 out of 5. This is good.
Five. It's so buttery, like the crust. Deceased. I'm deceased.
We also saw sake for 100 yen, a shot of sake, so we might get that as well.
So I got a sweet and a dry.
How can it be dry if it's a liquid?
Stupid. No one could probably even hear you either because I have the mic. I got the dry. I got the sweet for Casey.
I don't even like sweet drinks that much. Oh, you shot that.
They call it a shot, but
I think
I typically don't. Yeah.
Itadakimasu. I mean, it tastes like sake. Honestly, I haven't really had a lot of sake to compare it to, but I feel like it tastes good, fine, decent. Hi, can we have one of the fry crab tempura? These pieces of crab look so good. You could get it boiled or fried. We got it fried just because we wanted to try crab tempura. 6 out of 5. That incredible. Oh my gosh. I feel like some of the best food we've eaten so far has been here in Nishiki Market. Highly recommend. So good. And you could just sample a bunch of different stuff.
I didn't know we were cheating and doing 6 out of 5. We'll call it, my 6 will be S tier. That'll be mine if this is a 6. It's so buttery.
That's my favorite thing we've had.
Yeah, so far. Best thing so far. Shrimp is not far behind though. Like the tempura shrimp. So, this is green matcha beer. We were about to leave like this little food court area and then I saw this and I had to try it. I've been dying to try something matcha and I haven't got the opportunity yet. It's weird that my first matcha thing is beer. I think this might be Sapporo, like the actual beer. I had that before. It's interesting. Low key, I don't really taste the matcha. It's not bad, it's beer.
Green beer, but it's not St. Patrick's Day. Why am I like full of dad jokes today? Whoa, you can taste the matcha.
I don't.
Oh, you can totally, it tastes like a matcha tea, but like with beer. But I feel like the matcha, the flavor comes out a lot more. And I enjoy it quite a bit, but I really like matcha. I like this a lot. It's very refreshing. If you like matcha tea and you like beer, obviously try it, especially if you like matcha. On to the next. So we got this little mochi red bean paste strawberry sweet dessert. We haven't gotten any desserts yet. Honestly, Anthony and I don't really eat a lot of sweets, so we kind of ignore them, but we wanted to try sweets here in Japan, so we're trying to make an effort to eat sweets. I feel like I'm just gonna eat a strawberry. Well, I want a bite of everything though. That was all strawberry. Oh, that strawberry tasted different. That was so good. Is that what a real strawberry tastes like without pesticides? Dang, that tastes like great. This is good.
What is Casey talking about with this whole strawberry thing?
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely tastes different.
Right?
Still sweet, but a slightly more earthy.
Like it tastes fresh, like it was pulled from the ground.
Yeah. Like there's an element of earthiness to it, but not in a bad way. They go together so good. Like the sweetness with that savoriness. It's really good. Another day in Kyoto, another yen. Yeah. So we're on our way to a Starbucks that is in a building that is 200 years old. We've seen videos on it. It looked really cool. It may or may not be busy, like a lot of other things are.
The architecture here is so beautiful. Every walk is so scenic. It's like enjoyable to walk. You know, you're gonna walk a lot here in Japan, but it's nice. You're discovering new things, seeing things everywhere. We got a seat I think people just loved, and they had a sign that said we recommend you get a seat before you order your drink, probably because if you don't have anywhere to sit, you're just like holding all your stuff. So definitely come early because it gets pretty packed in here.
Got Casey a matcha latte, cold brew for me just because that's just what I always drink. Casey wanted something, so I got her a sandwich. It's like a ham sandwich. And then I just got this just because they don't have this in the States and I wanted to try it. And I'm not a big donut person. Matcha donut. I like the designs that they have on these cups here. They have like the sakura all over them. And also these are like the same cups for the cold and the hot.
This is my first matcha latte in Japan. It's but I love matcha. Anthony just asked me what's better, this or the beer, and I feel like they're both good in their own ways. Like they're just so different, it's hard to compare. I probably would say the latte is better overall, but the beer was also really good and refreshing. Now we have the sandwich. He said it was like ham and cheese, right? I've never seen this at any Starbucks that I go to, so this is different. That's good. It's like a baguette, and the bread is super soft. It's not super hard like you sometimes get just at a typical American Starbucks. It's really soft and nice. The cheese is super melty, and the ham is really good too. This is pretty good.
Donut time. As I said yesterday when we were drinking the beer, I didn't really know what the taste of matcha was, and I didn't really get that from the beer, unlike Casey, but let's see if I can taste it here in this donut. Oh my gosh, it's filled. Oh, it's good. I'm gonna try Casey's little sandwich. I think it's kind of comparable to a lot of other, like, you know, heated up sandwiches you get in the States from Starbucks. It's different, but I think, what was the one we used to always get? The bacon Gouda. That was always my go-to in the States.
It's pretty good, but weirdly enough, I feel like I don't like it as much as Anthony. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Hostess little donuts, you know, like the powdered donuts.
So, in the brief 20 or 30 minutes that we were actually in Starbucks, the street got significantly busier. It's a little bit past 10. I would say if you really want to like avoid the crowds, get here before 9:30. Honestly, earlier, but the Starbucks opens up at 8, so you know you can only get there so early. But now we're gonna kind of explore this little area. It looks beautiful. See if there's any more street food, because that sandwich and that donut didn't fill up Casey. Also, you may have already known this, but don't eat and drink and walk at the same time. You're supposed to stop and do it. I think it's considered rude. I'm not sure exactly, but I've been avoiding it. I carry it, but I'm not gonna drink it until I stop walking.
Cucumber pickle sticks, lemon flavored. That's what it's called. It looks refreshing, and I like pickles. I got my pickle. That is so freaking good. Oh my gosh. It's soft, but crunchy and salty, and then you can taste like the lemon hint in there. It's so good. It's different from like a vinegar-based pickle. Very good. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see what this is all about. I'm not big on cucumber, just being honest. That's okay. It does taste like a little bit like a fresher pickle than you would get at the grocery store. That's like a big old tub, and they just pretty much just taste like vinegar. This tastes a lot fresher. 3.5.
We're in line for black ice cream. I think it's black sesame ice cream. We saw somebody have one and we looked for it and we found it. They had one that was darker with espresso, but I already had a matcha today and I can't really have a lot of caffeine, so I just got the one without it. So it's a little bit lighter in color. It's more of a gray, but here we have our black ice cream. It tastes just like sesame. If you've had sesame seeds, just like sesame. It's pretty good. It's nutty, it's very savory and sweet. I'm not a big ice cream person in general. Like, I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite thing, but it's pretty good.
I'll try the wafer. I can taste the nuttiness. I like it. It's smooth. I think it's good. It's interesting how it is savory. I used to have a sweet tooth in my youth. It's kind of dissipated. I'm more into like savory sweets, and I feel like this hits the mark for something that I would want if I was like craving a sweet, but nothing like too sugary. I mean, it's ice cream, but it just, that savoriness aspect to it kind of gives it a little extra like saltiness. I don't know how to describe it. I like it though.
At the top here of the street, we have Kiyomizu-dera Temple. We did not plan to come here, but we kind of came across it. It's actually really fun to just walk and explore and discover things. Like, we had no idea we were walking down this busy street. At the end of it, there would be this temple here, and it's gorgeous. We ate some good food. It's really fun. Give yourself some time to explore. Wow, unexpected view of Kyoto. Oh my goodness, that is a good view.
So, we're on the way to, what's it called?
Moon and Back Ramen.
Moon and Back Ramen. I think they specialize in...
We went the wrong way.
And we went the wrong way. That's what happens when you're too busy focusing on the camera. Anyway, what do they specialize in?
Wagyu.
Wagyu? Wagyu? Wagyu?
It has a Y. Wagyu.
Wagyu ramen. Beef ramen.
It's a color-changing gin and tonic. It's so pretty, it's purple. It's made with this indigo gin. That's good. It's so good.
So this is a highball, which I've had several times since I've been here. Ooh, this is really good.
So I got the Wagyu ramen, and he just torched it in front of us, which was really cool. Not expecting that. Presentation is on point. The egg has a little stamp in it. It's like a little bunny. It's cute. It smells so good. Smells good. Now for the broth. Super fatty and flavorful. I feel like I'm gonna need to eat some more to get my rating, honestly. I'll get back to you.
And I got the pork ramen, and this looks great. Like, it looks really fatty. It's like just like a chunk of meat. I forgot. It's chicken broth, but it has the pork in it. Honestly, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of chicken broth. The meat is so good. 4.5. The meat brought it home.
I think I'm finally ready to give my rating. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like we're probably gonna have better ramen, but it was still really good. I think the egg was a little overcooked for me and like a little bit under marinated. Like, it could have sat longer. The broth was really fatty and delicious. The Wagyu, the way it was charred, I love the taste of charred Wagyu, and I learned that now here in Japan. That was so good.
You can pet him, but please pet him from his front and behind. あった。あったね。お水はいい？こうです。Thank you. Oh, are you waiting?
Aww.
ローポジション。いやいやいや。お兄さん、お兄さん。わーちゃん、ご飯こっち。こっち、ほらほら、そっちそっち。あ、こっちお二方だけあげました。わかりました。ありがとうございます。
So we just finished the Otter Cafe. It was called Loutre, I think. Loutre Otter Cafe. They also have a YouTube channel. It was kind of an interesting experience. The otter was very cute. We saw 2 of them, but it was only like one at a time. The one we mostly saw was named Wasabi, and she was very full of energy.
I think it was about 5,000 yen for the both of us to go in there for about 50 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. If you've never seen an otter, I'd probably recommend it. But for the most part, it was one otter at a time. We saw Wasabi, like Casey said, and then we saw one other otter. I forgot his name. But an interesting piece of information that I did find out is that otters can be pets here in Japan. And the owner of all the otters, and I guess the store and that YouTube channel, has 17 otters. That's crazy. Even crazier is I found out that it costs 7 million yen for one otter. I did the converter. $47,000 USD. That is insane.
So the first thing we have here is a Tanghulu from Strawberry Queen. So this is like a candied strawberry, and I've seen so many people eat this. I'm pretty sure it's not actually originally Japanese, this food, but it's very, very popular here. So let's try it. I expected it to be a lot harder, but it crunches, so it's not gonna break your teeth off. It's as good as you would expect sugar-covered strawberries to be. I feel like 3 out of 5. A good 3 out of 5 though, but it's really nothing that special, honestly.
That's really sweet. I like it. I kind of get what Casey was saying. It's nothing too special, but there is something really cool about like the crunchiness, like around a strawberry. I don't feel like I'd get it again, but I would recommend trying it once. The famous 10 yen coin we got here. It smells like, and it kind of has the texture of a pancake, which is interesting. It feels really hot right now. It's cooling off a little bit, but I feel like this is gonna burn the crap out of my mouth. Should we do a cheese pull?
It smells like a pancake.
It feels like a pancake. All right. Tastes like a pancake with cheese. I think this is better than the strawberries. 4 out of 5.
All right, here we go. Let's try this. It really does smell like a pancake. I keep going.
That is a cheese.
Oh my gosh, I tried to bite it off and it didn't work. Literally tastes like pancake batter or waffle batter, but more pancakey with cheese, mozzarella cheese stuffed inside. I really like the pancake part of it though, with the cheese. It's really nice. I feel like for me, 3.5.
So, quick little 45-minute train ride later, and we're in Nara. So, the famous Nara Mochi here. We gotta see that little pounding show. That sounds weird. Oh my gosh. We just so happened to get off the train, walk down the right place, and showed up literally 2 minutes before it actually took place. I think it happens every 20 or 30 minutes. Don't quote me. Check for yourself, look on the website and see, because I don't want to tell you to show up here and then have it be like, I don't know, freaking an hour. But I do think I saw that it stops at a certain point of the day 2 or 3 p.m. But anyway, this is really warm. I'm assuming it's filled with red bean paste, which I love. So let's give it a try. Whatever the stuff on the top is, it's nutty. Casey has a better palate than me. A better palate for identifying stuff. So maybe she can tell you. I like it though. I haven't had a whole lot of mochi in my life. So this might be controversial, but this is probably one of the best ones I've ever had.
Trying the mochi. Very soft. I don't feel like I got a lot of the filling. I think the topping is maybe like sesame powder, some sort of sesame seed. It tastes nutty, almost like peanuts, but I think it's probably sesame. It adds a nice nuttiness to it. It is very soft. You can see like the whole bean here. Like you could tell it was fresh and they, you know, probably crushed it up earlier. I think though, in terms of this, I'm not the biggest mochi fan in general. I don't mind it, but like, just it's not my all-time favorite thing. So I feel like it's good for mochi, don't get me wrong, but just for personal preference, just not really the biggest mochi person, I guess. We're here at Nara Park. We see the deer. We're gonna go look for the little food dispenser, I guess, and then hope that they don't attack us. I read that they can get aggressive, like if you don't give up food or if you try to like trick them with food or something, so don't do that.
Found the crackers. Thought there was gonna be like a little dispenser or something like that, but there's like a lady in a cart right here that's selling them. There's a lot of deer over there.
They're literally just crossing the street,
Look.
like casually, like they own the place. Oh look, they're coming over here.
Gotta get a cracker ready.
A cracker.
They're just like in a line. Cracker? No cracker for you. They don't want my crackers. Do you want my cracker? That's the 4th one that's rejected me. Oh, you want one too? You want one too? It bowed.
It looks old.
Yeah.
Are you old? Watch it like be getting pissed and about to freaking attack us.
It bowed while laying down.
Oh, I think it's just old.
Aww.
Oh. That one didn't even bow.
It didn't bow. You have to work for your meal.
Look at horns are coming in more.
This one's mean, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about that deer. That last one, it was giving me like this weird little look. It didn't bow, so it didn't want to do its job. And also, it looked like a scrapper. Its nose was a little crooked. Its horns were coming in. Seems like it's been through the ringer a little bit.
I'm pretty sure I saw a kid almost get attacked by a deer. So just be careful. They're still wild animals. I know they're used to being around humans and getting fed, but still just be careful. Like we're trying to be cautious, you know, but it's still fun and they're still, for the most part, really gentle. There's also a lot of people here, but there's plenty of deer. You could tell they come here because they know they get food and they're free to go anywhere and they choose to come here for a reason. Sorry. Whoa. What? What was that about? They just bumped each other.
Okay. Okay. I'm giving you your crackers. It keeps not.
Yeah, like, better keep giving me. It's like.
This one really likes these crackers.
He's playing you. So I highly recommend you just take the little extra time and come over to Nara. It's really not that crazy of a trip. Also, we came on a Saturday and there was a lot of people here, but the park is so big that you're probably not gonna run into any problems getting a deer to come over to you. There's tons of deer. Also, the park and the mochi pounding are within 15 minutes of the train station, so it's not a far walk at all. There's also a shopping street on the way with food and shops if you wanna do more stuff here, or you could just head back to whichever city you came from. It's a really quick trip either way. We're back in Kyoto. We're over by Nishiki Market, and we were heading over there just to kind of walk around again, but we saw this Kura sushi here, which we have a Kura in Austin, and we love going there. And I know it's funny that we're literally going there here, but it's based in Japan, so it's fine. But it's a revolving sushi bar, and we haven't eaten any sushi here in Japan yet. We just sat down, and it already looks like there's so many more options than we do back in Austin. Also, it's kind of interesting because you're completely blocked off. Well, not completely, but you know, it's private. You're in your own little booth. The tables have the condiments inside of them, and chopsticks and utensils. Now we just need to figure out how to order drinks. I'm assuming we use this, which you could change to English. You know what? I think I'm gonna get a gin and lemon soda.
That looks good, whatever that is.
Get it. Get it. Get it.
Ooh, look at that. I get that too. All right. So we pulled our first two plates. And I don't know what either of them are. That looks like tuna. No, that looks like salmon. I'm gonna see if I can see whatever this thing is on the menu. It might be seafood salad. Well, let's get some chopsticks. Let's try seafood salad. I like seafood salad. Seafood salad, good. And typically, I'm like really into.
Our drinks came on the conveyor belt.
Casey's soda. Is it soda or beer? This gin came up on the belt. This is my favorite thing in America. Tamago. Look at that. This is delicious. I love this. I bet it's going to be even better here. I got a glass of cold sake. That is a big glass. You know, one of the things that we've noticed being here in Japan, that ordering alcohol is extremely easy. I don't know if they card people, but I mean, I look like a grown-ass man with this big-ass beard of mine, but it's really easy to order alcohol here. We just ordered it on this tablet, and it got here on the conveyor belt. This could be a school child that ordered this.
Okay, I'm gonna try Anthony's seafood salad. That's pretty good. Super creamy. It almost tastes like cream cheese and mayonnaise and I don't know what, but it's super good. So now we have tamago, which is like a sweet rolled omelet. It's like sweet and savory, but kind of leans more sweet. I didn't put any soy sauce, so we're going in dry. I feel like it's not as eggy as normal. Not that it's really ever eggy, but this has like the perfect amount of sweetness, perfect amount of seasoning. I wouldn't say it's that different from the one we've had before, but pretty good.
You know, one thing I'm not gonna lie, I always mess up eating this is the rice always falls apart on me. It's falling apart right now. I'm just eating the tamago. You said it's less eggy? I think it's more eggy. Almost just choked on egg. That would have been a sad way to go out. I think it's still better. I think it's still better here. It tastes fresher than it does over there, in my opinion. And maybe this is the way how it's supposed to taste. Maybe in Austin they're putting way too much sugar. I don't know.
So next up we have salmon here. I don't know what kind of salmon or what kind of cut. I know there's sometimes different cuts. I have no idea. Oh, that's already so good. I think it really is just like the fish is so fresh and delicious. It's funny because I think this is so good and it's probably nowhere close to like the best sushi we'll have in Japan. So I saw this pass by. I didn't know they had this here. This is natto and it's in a sushi form. Natto is fermented soybeans. It's a very popular food here in Japan. I've never had it. I've heard that it's like an acquired taste and some people either really love it or some people don't, or you have to acquire the taste. But they eat it from a really young age here and I think it's a popular kid food or baby food. So I think I'm gonna try it by itself first, just to see. Super sticky, just to see what it tastes like. Ooh, that tastes fermented. I get it. It almost tastes like if you've ever had really aged cheese, like that taste that you get, like almost like that, like ammonia-ish taste. That what it reminds me of it. It's not bad, like it's not unpleasant, but I can definitely see why a lot of people probably wouldn't enjoy this.
So what we have here is a crab mayo roll. Looked very interesting. I don't think I've seen this one in the States. This one's so much more easier to grab because of the seaweed. It's a little sour, the mayo. This is gonna sound stupid, but me as an adult, I always confuse mayo and Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip is sweet, mayo is a little bit more sour. This is a little bit more sour. I enjoy the crab. I'm not a big mayo guy. So the last thing we have here is the normal bonito with salt and yuzu sauce. And honestly, it just looks interesting. It looks raw, and I wanted to try it. Whoa. Whoa. Not my favorite at all. It's the seasoning. It's spicy, but not in a good way. Not for me. So to say that that was a pleasant dining experience would be an understatement. It's not like fine dining. It's not like probably the best sushi from like a Michelin star chef or anything like that, but it's really good. And in Austin, it's our go-to spot to go eat sushi on like a budget. And when I say on a budget, I think we typically eat between the two of us, me and Casey and I, if you want to be a dick about it, somewhere between 18 and 20 plates on a given day. And we had 18 today, which is really interesting because that's usually $70, $75 with drinks sometimes. We had 4 drinks. I had 2 alcoholic drinks. Casey had 1 alcoholic drink and a juice, and then the 18 plates. And that was a total of 4,620 yen. 4,620 yen, $30.75. Literally like half the cost. And I'm stuffed. And I have a buzz. That's a great price. Also, I will say, this is a good place to go if you're kind of intimidated when you first get to Japan, because there's not really a whole lot of interaction that you have to go through. Everything was pretty much self-sufficient. You go up, you put your information into the touchscreen monitor, and then you get a number. They call your number, at which point you then are assigned a table, which you then go to the table, and then you check out on the little tablet that we showed you earlier, and then you check out on another tablet. So there's not really much social interaction at all.
So I'm trying to convince Anthony to let me go see the pug in here because I miss our pug. I miss him so much. It's only been like 4 days, but I miss him. And there's a pug in this cafe along with other little tiny dogs, and I love little dogs. I love dogs in general, but little dogs remind me of my little dog. I wonder if they have all the dogs all the time or you request certain ones, because I just really want to see the pug. We have chicken for the dogs. We're looking for the pug. Oh, wait, his name? Taisha. Oh, look, there they are. There they are. Oh, they know I have chicken. I don't see a pug. I don't see a pug. I don't see a pug. I don't see the pug. I don't see the pug. I don't see the pug. This is so... Okay. Do y'all do tricks? Do y'all do tricks? Sit. Do y'all sit? Oh wait, I don't speak Japanese. Okay, no, y'all don't know that. Here's some chicken. Goodness gracious. So much. Oh, I need enough for all of them. I feel too bad. Everybody loves chicken. Here, you're good. You're so tiny. Come here, little. Okay. Come here, you're so little. Oh, come here, the tiniest one. I know you're so, that one is so small. Hey, sit. You just get chicken and then they love you. I know. That's no. Okay, one at a time. Ow. Oh my goodness, that aggressive. No, no more for you. You bit me. Good thing y'all had your shots. I read it. Oh, you have chicken on your face. You have chicken on your face. They're just all so small. Is there no pug? There's no pug, but they're all sweet, so it's okay. Oh, cute. Oopsies. You're begging. You beg a lot. You in particular. Oh, this one likes me, even though you bit me. Oh, how cute.
Me and this one are cool.
I know.
Chicken.
That was so cute. How you like? Hi.
So that was the puppy cafe. We were in there for 20 minutes. We bought a pack of chicken. I think it was like 550 yen for the chicken. And they charge you by the 10-minute increment. I think we spent about $16 because we stayed 20 minutes. $16 US, which is pretty good. It was fun to see all the little dogs. Unfortunately, no pug.
I'm sad there wasn't a pug, but there was a lot of really cute dogs in there. One of them bit me, but like it wasn't like a on purpose bite. Like it was, I was giving chicken and it just like, you know, its teeth grazed mine. It didn't break skin or anything, and they all have their shots. It said it. It's funny because they only cared about us when we had the chicken, and then like once we didn't have the chicken anymore, they were just like off doing any other thing. Then they kind of came back around when we were playing a little bit. Like the little one in particular was like trying to play. The little tiny little one, so I think it was a chihuahua, a type of chihuahua, so small and cute and little. So I was checking out a bookstore for my other channel, and we just kind of stumbled into this Nintendo store, and there was a rooftop photo op. So we had the guy hold our camera. So that was fun. So now we're in the Nintendo store in Kyoto. They have so many different things. They have Animal Crossing, Splatoon, which I don't really know much about. The classic, you know, like Mario, Peach, Luigi. This is so cute, this little sweatshirt. Anthony's recording me recording this little hoodie here because it's so cute. How cute is that? I love that.
So today unfortunately concludes our last morning in Kyoto. It was a great trip. I feel like we fit in so many things that we wanted to do. Overall, I love this city. I thought it had a really cool blend of old and new. I think my favorite thing that we did was going to Nishiki Market. I love the tempura crab. That was delicious. That was my S tier ranking, and I feel like if you have the opportunity to go to Kyoto, you definitely should, because this was an experience I'll never forget, and I can't wait to come back.
Oh, I'm really gonna miss Kyoto. I really loved this city. I loved seeing all the old architecture, and there's just so many scenic spots just tucked in everywhere within the city. Like even this area right here is probably like a 5-minute walk from where we were staying at our hotel. Gorgeous. I really loved just kind of randomly exploring and stumbling upon things, like when we went to the Starbucks and then we just kind of walked up the street and then stumbled into that temple or that shrine, and then we were just there exploring, trying all the street food, going to the shops. That was so much fun to me. And of course, that crab, I will dream about that tempura crab. If you're gonna plan a trip here, definitely allow some time just to explore and see what there is to see, because that was definitely my favorite part being here in Kyoto.